Kylie has recently been the center of attention anytime the title of youngest self-made billionaire has been mentioned. But girl, do we have some news for y'all. Rihanna has now officially dethroned her. Yes, RiRi is now the youngest woman on Forbes' annual list of self-made billionaire women in the US, giving her the title once bestowed on Kylie Jenner before it was unceremoniously snatched away. Where does Kylie now stand if she has been dropped from the list? Without further ado, let's look at what was the reason that caused Kylie to lose her position and where she is now. There has always been a lot of debate on the internet when it comes to self-made celebrities. Come to think of it, the people aren't wrong to get riled. How can someone whose parents and siblings are millionaires be considered self-made, right? Well, following the debate about who was truly self-made, Forbes developed a grading system on a scale of 1 to 10 points. Being ranked as 1 means you inherited your fortune, while being ranked as 10 suggests you have no resources to give yourself a head start on becoming a billionaire. So, all in all, 10 was the perfect score for a self-made person, while 1 meant you had some help here and there. So, now, according to the list of America's richest self-made women, published by Forbes recently, Rihanna is now the nation's youngest female billionaire. Damn, mommy, we're always rooting for you. The inventor of Fenty Beauty has a net worth of $1.4 billion, making her the youngest and only person in their ranks under the age of 40. Seems like big queen energy to us. The woman has been making waves all over the world. Kylie Jenner formerly had the title, but with a net worth of $600 million, Forbes no longer classifies her as a billionaire. Ouch, that must have hurt, right? Getting kicked down the list? Sorry, Kylie, there's a new billionaire in town. Rihanna is currently ranked number 21, while Jenner is number 41 on the list. But with the Forbes list being the major player behind all this drama, what were the rankings exactly? Don't you worry, stay tuned. We uncover it all ahead. On Forbes' self-made millionaire list, Rihanna received a perfect score of 10. She received the top grade since she did not come from a wealthy family. She was a real lift yourself up by your bootstraps gal. The vocalist of Diamonds is from a working-class household and was raised in Barbados. Her father, who worked in a warehouse and was physically violent and an addict, and her mother was an accountant. So naturally, it's pretty evident that she would have had pretty little or maybe zero help from her family to get where she is today. You go, girl. And on the famous Forbes list of self-made billionaires, Kylie received a score of 7. She did not inherit the money or the company, according to Forbes, which explained their decision after considerable debate. She had an advantage because she hailed from a very wealthy family, and to be honest, this argument does make a lot of sense. That being said, Kylie's success is no less remarkable. The Kardashian star, 24, is still the youngest person on Forbes' list of the richest self-made women in America, which also includes Taylor Swift, who has $570 million, and Whitney Wolfhard, the creator of Bumble, who has $740 million. Kylie has been on the list for the 6th year in a row, so let's give her some credit where it's due. Clap for Kylie, everyone. Well, some of it. The youngest Kardashian-Jenner sibling, Kylie, launched Kylie Cosmetics in November 2015 when she was 17 years old. The initial business attempt was the well-known Kylie Lip Kits, which came with a liquid lipstick and lip liner set. In a YouTube video posted to her channel, she describes how the shame she had about her own small lips motivated her to start the lip kits. Wow, if only all of us could use the hatred and channel it into dollars as she did. She made the decision to work in the beauty industry after doing online makeup tutorials and receiving several inquiries about how she created her pouty lip look. But even if she had no help from her parents, as reported by her mom, we should keep in mind that she was a kid star on a reality TV show, and she was still receiving a lot of airtime. She was incredibly well-known and well-liked since millions of people watched her show on a global scale. So, obviously, it was only natural that she immediately sold out of her lip cosmetics after introducing them. In fact, once all of her kits were sold out in less than a minute, the website collapsed, Kylie was regarded as a billionaire in 2019 after selling 51% to the cosmetics firm Coty. The transaction was believed to be worth $600 million and increased Kylie Cosmetics' value to $1.2 billion. Despite being well known in the music business, Rihanna makes most of her money from her cosmetics company, Fenty Beauty, which also sells lingerie and skincare products. Launched in September of 2017, Fenty Beauty, the cosmetic line's groundbreaking emphasis on many skin tone hues, contributed to its enormous popularity. The foundation collection from the Umbrella Singer comes in 50 skin tones. Starting off with just primer, foundation, and lip gloss, Fenty Beauty has now grown to include a wide range of makeup products as well as fragrances. There's a Fenty skin collection as well. Forbes estimates that Fenty Beauty was worth $2.8 billion in 2021. The primary factor in Rihanna's billionaire status is her ownership of Fenty Beauty, which she owns a 50% interest. However, don't assume that Rihanna is taking an early retirement if you think this. The Umbrella Singer told the New York Times in 2019 that she won't ever quit working, regardless of her income. I never thought ever that I'd make this much money, so any number is not going to stop me from working. She also said that for her, money means that she can take care of her beloved family. She can create many jobs for other people. And that is exactly why we stand for her so much. Rihanna also stated that she thought it was crucial to use her fame for deserving causes, saying, "My money is not for me. It's always the thought that I can help someone else." The world can really make you believe that the wrong things are a priority, and it makes you really miss the core of life, what it means to be alive. We love a queen that thinks of those around her. But wait up, how did Kylie get crowned as the youngest billionaire if she was under the mark? What happened there? Well, it looks like the Kardashian family cooked up some lies about their finances. Yikes. The Forbes crew recalculated Kylie's net worth and found that she is not a billionaire, but rather, more accurate estimate of her personal fortune puts it at just under $900 million, according to an article they published. When Forbes reporters looked more closely at the financial information they had been getting over the years, they found that her firm was much below the billion-dollar threshold. The Kardashian Jenner team had reportedly informed Forbes that Kylie Cosmetics and Kylie Skin had seen a significant increase in income since 2016. In the article, Forbes said, "The Jenners have lied about it every year since 2016, including having their accountant come up with tax returns with false numbers." They said that they couldn't exactly offer proof to the world that it was a lie, but it most probably was. Despite losing her billionaire status, Forbes listed Kylie as the top-paid celebrity in 2020, with $590 million in earnings. So you win some, you lose some, am I right? Since then, Kylie has sought to rebrand herself. She needs to become the public favorite and generate some dollars, which is why she's now going for the vegan and clean product side. Rihanna doesn't necessarily make everything she touches shine. In a letter to Forbes in February, LVMH and Rihanna acknowledged that their second business, a high-end clothing and accessory label also named Fenty, had been shut down. When Fenty was introduced in 2019, it aimed to expand Rihanna's inclusion message and provide designs in a variety of sizes. However, the pricey line faltered during the pandemic, just like many other luxury fashion labels, and its final collection was launched in November 2020. But not everyone's happy that Rihanna is spending so much time on other venues. Her fans have been after her for years now to release a new album and are kind of jokingly pissed that the queen wouldn't give them some tunes. The singer hasn't released an album since 2016's Auntie. Talk about depriving the fans. Kylie didn't care, or maybe she pretended that she didn't. She put out a statement saying, "I can name a list of 100 things more important right now than fixating on how much money I have. I am blessed beyond my years," she tweeted shortly after the article came out. "I have a beautiful daughter and a successful business, and I'm doing perfectly fine." And that's a wrap for this video. So, what do you think? Was it right for Forbes to kick Kylie down the list, or does Rihanna deserve the spot the most? Comment down below and let us know what you think. We'd love to hear from you. Goodbye for now, y'all.